The 10K per month mark. Such a big aura, such a big mystique around that number. But I truly believe, not only because I've been through it myself, but also because I've seen it with my own eyes in other people, that the 10K per month mark has been completely blown out of proportion. And what I want to do in this video is show you how it's actually way easier to attain than you may think. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of how to actually achieve this mark with ease and speed, I want to talk a little bit about the mystique and the mindset behind the 10K per month mark. Now, I believe there's a message, an agenda pushed down by society from very early on in our childhood, telling us that the 10K per month mark should be this hard and laborious thing, and that it should really take a very long time to achieve, and that only a select few people can achieve in a lifetime. Now, after achieving it myself and hoping others do the same, I know this to be completely bullshit, and I truly believe that the reason why most people don't even get to 10K per month is simply because they don't think they can get there in the first place, or that it's too hard, and so they don't even try. But when you actually commit to getting to 10K per month, you set your mind to it, you realize that really isn't hard at all. And not only that, but once you get to it, it becomes your new hygiene standard. Anything less than 10K per month is like, it doesn't feel quite right. I've done quite a few interviews on my YouTube channel with some of my students who have reached 10K per month and beyond. And when you watch these interviews, they always mention this. That number one, it wasn't as hard as they thought it would be. And number two, once you get there, it becomes your new normal. It becomes your new hygiene standard. Anything less than that, it's just not okay. That being said, the reason why I want to make this video is because I completely understand the mystique around the 10K per month mark, because 10K per month is really where you see the biggest upgrade in your lifestyle as well. You know, at 10K per month, you can take those vacations that you couldn't take before. You can go to those restaurants that maybe you couldn't go before because they were too expensive. You stop looking at price tags as much. You can take care of yourself. You can take care of your loved ones. You can get a nice, decent apartment. My point is, going from 0 to 10K per month, that's really where you see the biggest upgrade in your life. And really going from 10 to 50K per month is not as big of a difference. And going from 50 to 200K per month, again, not much of a difference. And that is why we're talking about getting to 10K per month with ease and speed today. And the first point I want to talk about, I've named it picking a battle worth fighting for. Now, Sun Tzu said it best: victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Now, the reason why I say this is because I truly believe that most people and beginner entrepreneurs pick business models and financial vehicles that make the process of getting to 10K per month almost impossible from the start. They literally almost set themselves up for failure from the very start. For example, take a traditional classic 9-to-5 employee, climb the corporate ladder. This person is going to have to work 15 to 30 years to oftentimes get that 6-figure income. But a beginner entrepreneur that picks the wrong business model is also not too far off. Consider an entrepreneur that as his first business, he picks something like starting an e-com brand. I'm picking this as an example because I see a lot of beginner entrepreneurs make this sort of mistake where they pick a wrong business model, like starting a brand as a first business. Now, for this person to make 10K per month profit at a 30% profit margin, which is pretty solid, this person is going to have to roughly make $30,000 per month. Let's just assume that this person has a $60 average order value, which again is pretty solid, right? So we're picking numbers that are, you know, pretty safe here. This person at that average order value, to get to $10,000 per month profit, this person needs 500 customers every single month. He needs 500 people to buy something, to take home, just to take home $10,000 per month profit. And so the first key to make getting to 10K per month easy is picking the right vehicle. It's incredibly important. And here are some of the things that you need to look for when picking the right vehicle. First, you need high profit margins. We're talking 80 to 90% profit margins. And yes, there are business models out there where you can get those sort of profit margins. This is so you don't have to make a lot of revenue, like $30,000 per month from the very get-go, but you can make maybe 11K per month and still take home $10,000 per month profit. Number two, you want something that is high ticket. At the very minimum, one client should mean at least $1,000 per month. And really what you want to shoot for is anywhere between 3 to 5K per month per client. This allows you to get to that number with ease without having a massive headache because you've got all these clients that you need to take care of, and without having to have all these people that you need to sell your product or your service to. And the third thing you want to do is you want to make it recurring. You want to make sure that they pay you that amount every single month. And that way you're not having to scavenge for hundreds of new customers every single month. And that leads us to the second point, which I've titled making our lives easy. We've talked a little bit about the 3 components you need to have in place to make getting to that 10K per month easy and fast. Now we're going to get a little bit more concrete, and I'm going to show you why getting to 10K per month is much easier than you think. Take something like a social media marketing agency. A business model like this has very high profit margins because we're selling the service. We don't have cost of goods sold. We don't have to invest money into paid ads, especially at the start. It's typically high ticket. For example, for my agency, the minimum fixed fee that we charge our clients is $3 to 6K. That's obviously without counting the performance-driven incentives that we also have in place, but those are our fixed fees. That's the minimum we're going to charge a client. For most agencies, that's going to look something like 2 to 5K per month fixed, which is still a pretty decent amount. And not only that, but an agency, it's recurring. They're going to stay for at least 3 months, which gives us a lot of peace of mind, because for a lot of entrepreneurs, their biggest nightmare is getting to 10K per month 1 month, right? And they tell their family, friends about it. They get that nice apartment, that nice penthouse with some cool views of the city, right? And then next month, they're back to square one. They're back to zero, and they have to tell their family and friends about it, move out of their apartment, sell their car, and start from ground zero. So having that recurrent element, that predictable element, is massive. Which brings us to the third and final point. We've talked about picking a battle that's worth fighting for. We've talked about making our lives easy. Now it's all about getting to that 10K per month mark. With, for example, a social media marketing agency, you really only need 3 to 4 clients to get to 10K per month profit. I will let that sink in. I gave you that example early on of someone who starts an e-com brand and they need 500 customers to take home $10,000 per month profit. I also gave you the example of someone going down the traditional route, trying to climb up the corporate ladder for 15, 30 years to get that 6-figure income. We're doing that by convincing 3 to 4 people to pay us money for our services. For example, here's one of my students reaching that figure with a $3,300 per month client plus a percentage of what they make them. So that hopefully you can see that when you charge high ticket, you have high profit margins, and you also have that recurrent element where that client is going to be locked in for 3, 4, 6 months. It becomes very easy and fun to get to a 10K per month mark. And to me, and the reason why I'm so passionate about the agency model, is because you really only need to convince 3 to 4 people in a specific niche, right? Where you have an incredible process to results, an incredible offer to buy your services, and your whole life is completely changed. You can quit your 9-to-5 job, not have to go down the university route, and the list goes on. Really, as I said before, the biggest change in lifestyle for me was when I crossed that $10,000 per month mark. But even when you sign that first client that pays you 3K per month, for a lot of people, that means moving out of their parents' house, getting a new apartment, or even traveling the world. And the great thing is that it's not here 1 month and then gone the next. For example, that student that signed that client that I showed you for $3,300 per month is going to be worth $9,900 at least minimum over 3 months. And so there you have it, why getting to 10K per month is much, much easier than you think. Now, by no means am I saying that you can just get rich quick overnight. If you're watching this video and you've watched my channel for a while now, you probably understand that it requires work, it requires patience, it requires the right guidance. But as long as you have those key ingredients, you're on the right path. So if you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash the like button. And if you want to watch more free trainings just like this that I'm not posting anywhere else, go ahead and check out the link in the description. That is a link to my free Facebook mastermind. We're going to be capping it at 10,000 members. So if you're not a member yet, go ahead and click the link in the description. Go ahead and apply, fill out a bunch of questions. If you're a good fit, we'll let you in. And I look forward to seeing you in there. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Peace.